This is a CBS7 First Alert Weather Day. Now, an update from the First Alert Weather Center.
And thanks for joining us live on the CBS7 YouTube. I'm Alexandra Macia here with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tieferteller. Tom, it is a first alert weather day for the extreme heat. Can we expect relief anytime soon?
Well, it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a change coming up in the forecast, but as you see today across the state of Texas, blistering hot out there. I want to show you, it was 119 in Phoenix. That was near a record. 111 in El Paso. That was also near a record. We were just one shy of a record set at 105 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport as we saw blistering heat across the state. In fact, at one time, the heat index value, or what it feels like, was 120 degrees in Odessa as they got up to 100 degrees there. Closer in across West Texas, we saw temperatures 110 plus in many locations, 110 in Pecos, 111 in Cayenosa, and about 113 down towards Rio Grande Village a little bit earlier today. Current temperatures have cooled off a little bit, but still hot. It's still seeing a lot of triple digits from Jal down towards Monahans. Pecos at 102, 103 currently in and around the Presidio area. And again, we saw the wind stay up a little bit. It's a little gusty around Fort Stockton down towards the Dryden area, 30 miles an hour plus, but again, not helping cool things off a little bit. Tomorrow, though, a little bit of relief in the forecast as we are going to be looking at, again, triple digits once again across the area, but a little bit of an improvement each day and into the weekend behind a weak cool front that's going to drop us out of triple digits for at least one day.
Thanks, Tom. In your health news, Casa de Amigos has a healthcare clinic for uninsured adults that is filling a need for free healthcare in the Midland community. The clinic was the vision of the late Leslie Hendricks Wood, focused on community wellness and helping educate people on how to best care for their health needs.
It's been embraced by our community.
Leslie's Place free healthcare clinic for uninsured adults is growing in popularity throughout the Midland community.
There are so many people in our community that do not have insurance and do not have access to good health care.
The clinic is in partnership with Texas Tech Health Science Center and Midland Memorial Hospital.
Pretty tremendous how many people that actually show up to receive health care. We've probably seen a good solid 400 different individuals in our community.
Casa de Amigos Executive Director Tanya Eckert says the clinic is every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. and they see the first 20 people that show up.
All of the physicians do volunteer their time, and we have resident doctors, we have nurses and other medical professionals.
The clinic includes a lab and a pharmacy to offer a wide range of services for patients.
If there's a situation where we can't help them here, then we're going to try our very best to find another situation where they can be cared for.
To attend, you just need to bring yourself and an ID. For those of you interested in a career in behavioral health, UTPB has a new scholarship that could help you earn your master's degree for free. The university collaborated with the Permian Strategic Partnership and the Scarborough Foundation to create a scholarship for students wanting to make a change in the community. This program is for students who are majoring in psychology, sociology, or counseling. However, it's just the beginning of a scholarship that could possibly extend to other majors.
These students don't have the financial barrier that it will take for them to go to school. It takes a requirement to go to school full-time to take 9 hours. And so taking away that financial burden for these students allows many more students in our community to take advantage of this amazing opportunity.
This scholarship begins this fall semester and stretches for the next 5 years. However, if this program works out well, they plan to expand it for another 3 years or possibly more. In Ector County, ISD held their leadership summit today at Crossroads Church. All district leaders attended sessions designed to help them build leadership skills for the new school year. The school district wants to deliver high-quality education for students, and they're going to achieve that by helping teachers develop strong leadership skills.
First priority is to ensure that every school, all 45, are led by a great principal and have a great leadership team. And the same thing with our central office. Our teachers deserve a great central office team that supports the work that they do. And then ultimately, the teacher is the leader in the classroom.
The theme of the Leadership Summit is Impact. Dr. Mary wants district leaders to make an impact on teachers and students so they can be successful in their schoolwork.
It is amazing. We finally, the day finally came that she's ours.
This morning at the Ector County Courthouse, new families celebrated as their lives were changed forever. It was a heartwarming and special day for 13 children who found their forever homes being adopted into 10 different families. There were happy tears and smiles all throughout the courtroom. Each parent explained to the judge why they believe adopting was best for their child. When the judge made the relationship of parent and child official, they were relieved after all of the time put in to get this approved and ready to start their new lives.
We're excited. She's excited that she's going to have our last name, and so she's like, I can't wait. So yes, we're excited that she's finally going to have our last name. She's been ours.
Mia's been really anxious. Nana, are they going to put me on the big chair, Nana? Oh, yes, they are. I'm scared.
Mia is one of 4 siblings that all were adopted today to 3 families who are already close. Another adoption that happened was a man becoming the legal father of his little brother, who has been living with him and his wife since he was 3 days old. Congratulations to every family that became whole today. And take a look at this. This is an interactive Google map of public free art. When you go to downtown Odessa, you likely noticed its most notable murals. But did you know there's more than 100 pieces of art across Odessa? This new map is going to help you find all of them. You can follow it using Google Maps on your phone. Once you begin to look, you'll see that art is all around. It's on walls, statues, and even traffic boxes. For local artist Humberto Porras, the self-guide tour is an opportunity to show a different side of Odessa.
Growing up here in Odessa my whole life, basically, Odessa's known for a lot of things, but one thing, classically it's not super well known for, especially to people living here, is, art and creativity.
You can see his art at 5th Street and Grant Avenue. Odessa Arts hopes this gives Odessans a fun, free way to appreciate creativity. The map will be updated as more art pieces are created. And across Texas, the Office of the Attorney General of Texas finalized a settlement with Walmart for $168 million. The Attorney General's office says the company's negligent practices contributed to the nationwide opioid crisis. The settlement terms contain provisions pertaining to opioid marketing, selling, and dispensing practices. You can find more information on our website at CBS7.com. The threat of a third indictment since March is not slowing down for former President Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. Trump revealed on social media Tuesday he received a target letter from special counsel Jack Smith signaling he could be indicted for his actions on January 6th and his alleged role in trying to overturn the 2020 election. According to a senior Trump source, the potential charges could include conspiracy to commit an offense or to defraud the U.S., deprivation of rights under color of law, as well as potential charges ranging from obstruction of an official proceeding to tampering with the witness, victim, or an informant.
Prosecutors don't send target letters unless they are all but certain to bring an indictment.
We can't keep dealing with this drama. We can't keep dealing with the negativity.
Despite his legal challenges, Trump remains the clear frontrunner for the GOP 2024 presidential nomination. Trump is already facing felony charges in other states, but has denied any wrongdoing in any of the investigations. And 2 IRS whistleblowers testified before the House Oversight Committee about the Justice Department's investigation into Hunter Biden. Both claim the president's son received preferential treatment. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry has more from Capitol Hill.
From the outset, Democrats and Republicans sparred over testimony from 2 IRS whistleblowers. They came to talk about claims the Justice Department interfered with the Hunter Biden tax investigation.
We will continue to follow the money trail and provide the answers, transparency, and accountability that Americans demand and deserve.
We can conclude that this Inspector Clouseau-style quest for something that doesn't exist has turned our committee into a theater of the absurd, an exercise in futility and embarrassment.
The whistleblowers told the House panel that there was enough evidence to bring felony tax evasion charges against the president's son, but that the DOJ slow-walked the investigation.
At every stage, decisions were made that benefited the subject of this investigation. For example, Prosecutors concealed contents of Hunter Biden's laptop from investigators.
The second whistleblower, Joseph Ziegler, who says he's a Democrat, testified he felt blocked from pursuing leads during the investigation.
It appeared to me, based on what I experienced, that the U.S. Attorney in Delaware in our investigation was constantly hamstrung, limited, and marginalized by DOJ officials as well as other U.S. attorneys.
House Republicans opened their inquiry days after last month's announcement that Hunter Biden would plead guilty to misdemeanor tax offenses as part of an agreement with federal prosecutors.
On this case, let's not forget, this has been led by a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney. Let's not forget that. And the president has said, we have said, that he has not been involved.
Hunter Biden's plea hearing is scheduled for next week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The whistleblowers allege that the Justice Department blocked the lead prosecutor on the case, David Weiss, from getting special counsel status in order to bring charges in Washington, D.C. and California. Both the Justice Department and Weiss have denied the claim. Now for a look at today's top headlines shown here in real time with real viewers on CBS7.com. See all these stories and more by downloading our app or visiting our website at CBS7.com. And still ahead, a look at the extreme temperatures across the nation. Plus, chat with Chief Meteorologist Tom DeFrateller about what is causing this massive heat wave. As you all know, it's another day of blazing heat for the South and Southwest, with nearly 90 million Americans under heat alerts. Hospitals in Arizona have been using ice baths to treat a steady stream of patients suffering from heat-related illnesses. Jonathan Vilgalati has the latest from Phoenix.
In Arizona, the heat is still on.
My air conditioner right now is running almost all the time.
We are over in the dog park before the sun starts coming out.
Temperatures in Phoenix have reached at least 110 degrees for the past 20 days and hit the highest record low Wednesday morning at 97 degrees.
We're in this for quite a while yet, and again, it's that prolonged heat that becomes more serious.
Emergency room doctor Frank Lavecchio has been using kid pools and body bags filled with ice to help treat the growing number of patients he's seeing with heat stroke.
This is reserved for the sickest of the sick. I've worked a couple day shifts the last few days and probably used it 3 or 4 times.
Triple-digit temps are also punishing people in Texas, especially those without housing.
The sun is beaming.
Volunteers in Houston have been distributing food and bottles of water to some of the most vulnerable.
Those people, it is very important that they should have some sort of shelter.
Forecasters say summers like this one could be here to stay, prompting this urgent warning from U.S. climate envoy John Kerry.
The climate crisis is a universal threat to humankind, and we all have a responsibility to deal with it.
The extreme heat in the Southwest is expected to continue throughout the week. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Phoenix, Arizona.
Tom, now obviously we're used to hot summers here in the Permian Basin, but what is prompting this extreme heat wave across the nation?
Well, we usually see heat waves like this across West Texas. We've seen numerous ones going back to the 80s, even before that. But what's happening right now is we have a large ridge of high pressure. It's been kind of constant since the month of June, and it's not going away anytime soon. It kind of moves back and forth and affects our temperatures a little bit. Let's take a look at this map right here, though. These are the observed high temperatures. We got up to 119 in Phoenix. That's the hottest temperature since 2017 in Phoenix, a record high of 111 in El Paso. So you can kind of see where that heat dome is located, but we're still underneath this as we were only off the record high of just 105 by 1 degree today. And most of the state of Texas was rather hot with temperatures into triple-digit territory in many locations. It looks like we're going to see a hint of a break before it builds back in, and the desert Southwest really not going to let up anytime soon.
This is a CBS7 First Alert Weather Day. Now, an update from Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, let's take a look at those high temperatures once again, centered up across West Texas. We were up to 110 in Pecos, Cayenosa, 113 down towards Rio Grande Village. And again, only 1 degree off a record high out at the Midland International Air and Spaceport at 104, but up to 106 in Odessa, Andrews, 107 in Fort Stockton. It goes on and on. But here's a real indicator of how hot it was today. Whenever you see temperatures above 100 degrees in the mountain areas, Marfa Plateau, you know it was a hot day in West Texas. Live iCam in Midland. Have a few clouds well off to the north right now. We may see a couple of those in the forecast overnight tonight, but we're finally starting to cool off out of triple digits. Still hot, though, into the mid to upper 90s out there with 100 in Pecos right now, 99 in Saragossa. And here along the Rio Grande from Presidio down towards Terlingua, triple-digit territory. We keep talking about the wind. Well, it has been a little gusty and adding to the heat somewhat. When you see winds up to 31 miles an hour and temperatures in triple digits, that didn't feel very good. It's not cooling us off too much. Now, the area of high pressure we've been talking about extends from Southern California all the way into Louisiana, covering most of the state of Texas. And it's kind of been squashed a little bit, but still it is incredibly strong. But it is going to move west and weaken a little bit as a trough of low pressure across the eastern U.S. starts to dig down. That's going to put us more in a northwesterly flow. So as thunderstorms form up off the Rocky Mountains, we are going to see a weak cool front be pushed down across the area. And that's going to happen, it looks like, late Friday into Saturday, and may even see 1 or 2 showers with that. You can see where the thunderstorm activity is not only affecting the northwest part of the Texas Panhandle right now, as temperatures again across the state were hot. The worst of it out towards Phoenix and Arizona, 119 degrees. West Texas Futurecast, more of the same. Isolated showers, thunderstorms, primarily into the mountain areas coming up tomorrow afternoon, but everything's going to stay off to the north. And heat advisories, well, they have been canceled for tomorrow. So good news there. With the rest of this evening into the overnight, we're going to see temperatures into the mid 70s. So trying to cool off a little bit, and the low 100s coming up for tomorrow with the upper 90s across the mountain areas. So a bit of improvement there. Everybody gets in on the improvement with the conditions with those temperatures around 97 coming up on Saturday across the Permian Basin behind that weak front, but it's not going to last long. Here come the triple digits next week.
The Hollywood strike continues across the nation as writers picked up their signs in New York today. What we know about the latest offer to stop the strikes next. On day 6 of the strike that has almost shut down most of Hollywood, there's still no sign that the two sides are any closer. Even through a blazing heat wave, actors are joining screenwriters on the Hollywood picket lines. The SAG-AFTRA union is striking for better pay and protections against artificial intelligence. Part of the dispute is over the way streaming services have upset the Hollywood business model. With shorter seasons, including just 6 to 10 episodes, SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher says actors can't make enough money. Appearing on CBS Mornings, the Nanny actor said the studios are resisting their invitations to negotiate.
I wish we would be talking to the other side. We said we would start talking to them immediately, but they're punishing us. They don't want to talk to us. So, oh, well, they complain that it's going to shut down the business, but they don't come to the table.
Hollywood may be far away from New York, but the effects of the strikes by TV and movie writers and actors are being felt coast to coast. Game show writers and other members of the Writers Guild of America protested outside the CBS Broadcast Center in New York. An Oklahoma boy got an unusual bite on his lure while fishing at a neighborhood pond over the weekend. He rolled in a pacu, a South American fish closely related to a piranha. Wildlife officials posted these pictures on social media. They say the exotic fish was likely somebody's unwanted pet that was dumped in the pond when it got too big for its tank. Pacu can reach 3.5 feet in length and can weigh nearly 90 pounds. The species is generally harmless to humans, but wildlife officials say they can be harmful to local wildlife that isn't accustomed to them. Now imagine swimming in this pond, Tom, and finding it that way.
Yeah, that or pulling it out like that and seeing those teeth.
Pretty crazy, and 90 pounds is pretty big.
That is a big fish. Big catch for him. Probably a very big surprise for wildlife officials in Oklahoma.
Very interesting story. All right, well, thanks for watching CBS7 First Alert News at 9 CW. We have more news coming up tonight on CBS7 News at 10.